Hi there, today I'm going to share with you how you can strengthen a weak voice. As long as you don't have any injury or actual damage, it's likely that it's fixable. Now, before we dive in, do remember to hit the notification bell, hit the subscription button and the notification bell, hit like, and prepare to share this with someone that you think it's going to benefit, because I know this is going to benefit more than just you. So there are different reasons why your voice might be weak. So maybe your voice is wobbly, maybe it's too soft in your eyes, maybe you feel like you can't project. It could be that you find it hard to sing high notes or low notes, and it could be that it's just painful to sing. Now, if you're having anything like pain when you're singing, or your voice is always raspy, or you've lost either the pitch at the high end or at the low end, then I recommend that you go and see a doctor, get recommended to a throat doctor to make sure that there's no permanent damage, because there are cases where your voice has been weak for a while or is suddenly become weak and you're not sure why, and it could be something very serious. I don't want to scare anyone, but it's absolutely vital that if you do have problems with your voice, you go and get it checked out just to make sure that there's nothing seriously wrong. Assuming that there's no vocal damage there, or there's only a slight bit of damage like inflammation or dryness, which isn't really damage, it can be fixed very, very easily. I'm going to share with you how you can fix that and that you can start to strengthen your voice. So if you're really serious about singing, I do recommend that you take my free 5-day singing course. You'll find that either in the description or in the pinned comment. Go ahead, click the link there, pop your details in, and I will send that directly to your inbox. Now, there are different ways to strengthen your voice, and that depends on why it's weak. So it could be an issue with placement, as in you're not sure where to put the sound. So if you know about placement and you know about resonance, you'll know that there are different places where sound happens. Placement is where the sound is made. So it could be made in your chest, that's like chest voice, low here, ah, and it resonates in the cavities here. It could be made in the top or around the back of your head, ah. It could be made in your mask, ah, it's like here, ah. Or it could be made somewhere else. There are lots of different ways that sound can be made. Now, most people who haven't had training, they understandably try to make the sound in their throat, and the sound then gets caught. The throat muscles try to compensate and squeeze the voice in very, very strange ways, and that causes fatigue and makes your voice weak. That can cause some pain in your muscles as well. Now, your vocal cords cannot feel pain. There are no nerve endings in your vocal cords. So if you're feeling pain, it's not your actual voice that hurts, it's the muscles around your larynx. If in your daily life you're doing a lot of talking, or you raise your voice a lot, or you do a lot of shouting, if you go to sports meets, for example, and you're cheering on your team, or if you're part of a team and you're shouting a lot, or if you use your voice a lot like someone like a teacher or a trainer, or just someone who generally, I'm a chatty person, so you would imagine that I would get a sore throat. Someone who knows me in my daily life, they know I'm very, very chatty, and they would probably think, why doesn't she get a sore throat? Well, it's because my voice is trained, and I can talk and talk and talk and talk and talk, and I can sing and sing and sing and sing and sing for hours and hours, for days and days on end, before my voice does get fatigued, because I'm human, but it takes a lot because I have strengthened my voice. And you can do the same. So as long as you don't have any injury or actual damage, it's likely that it's fixable. The first thing that I advise that you do is that you practice little and often. So I would say around 10 minutes a day, daily, for a few weeks. Then you can build up. Now you might think, I can't be bothered to do it every day, Carrie. Okay, well, don't. But you're not going to get the progress and build the strength that you want to. If you can only manage 3 or 4 days a week, that's also okay, but you do need to be doing it regularly. There's no point trying to work your voice for half an hour or an hour and straining it and then not able to use it for 3 or 4 days. Little and often, around about 10 minutes, about 4 to 7 times a week. I recommend daily, but less if you really, really, really can't. If you're in a household where you're worried about people hearing you, just talk about the elephant in the room. Tell them, you know, I've got some issues with my voice. I'm trying to strengthen my voice. You might hear me making some weird noises every other day or every day. Just bear with me and join in if you like to have some fun. All right, it doesn't have to be a chore. It doesn't have to be deadly, deadly serious. Singing is supposed to be fun, so let's keep it fun. I'm going to give you some exercises now that you can do to start building strength in your voice. So we're going to start quite low, and we're not going to go too high because I don't want you to strain. And we're going to start with the zzz sound. And if you've seen any of my other videos about easing back into singing, or about coming back from singing after injury or illness, then you'll know that this is something that I recommend a lot, and it does work. And it's worked with students that I've had, with singers that I've had that have had vocal issues, that haven't been able to go to a therapist for whatever reason, like a proper voice therapist and voice doctor, medically trained. And I have been able to help them, but you must go and get seen if you have proper damage. So let's start here, and we're just going to do zzz, and we're going to hold it. We're not going to move the sound. So we're just going to hold for a count of 4. So I'm going to pulse the sound, and you will hold your voice like this. So you can hear the piano is pulsing the sound, and I'm singing a continuous sound. Okay, so let's carry on with that. If this feels too high for you, then you can do it the octave lower, which is quite too low for me. And if it's too low for you, then you can just hold off until we get to a place where it feels comfortable for you to start singing. So here we go, 5, 6, 7, and now the trick is to make sure that you're not holding the sound with your throat, that you're not like tensing your throat muscles to make that sound held or to make the sound at all. So to do that, I recommend that you imagine or actually allow more air to come through your nose. So you've got about 50% of the air coming through your mouth and about 50% coming through your throat. That's going to help to relax your muscles so that you're not then holding the note here. So let's move on. And sing nice and quietly, really quietly, as if you've got a baby that's just been crying for 3 hours, and if you sing any louder, they're going to wake up and cry again. But if you sing too quietly, they're also going to wake up and cry again. So it's nice and gentle, nice and controlled. You can ease your vocal cords in and really soothe them so that they're working in a nice, easy, soft way. So we're here, and nice and gently. Let's go back down. nice and low. Next we're going to sing ah, and there's no break, so it's not ah, so no break and no breath in between. So take a nice amount of air in. We're going to start a little bit lower than we did last time so that we can accommodate everyone. And it's going to sound like this. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, and. Now, if it feels like you're straining again, then just allow some more air to come out. Sing more softly so that more air comes out. We don't push the sound for more air to come out. We actually sing more softly. So we want a nice controlled, soft way of singing. This is what's going to build strength and not forcing it. So let's go again. And. And also with no vibrato, nice and straight. Remember the sleeping baby. Last one. Very low. The next exercise I only recommend doing if the last exercise we did felt comfortable, it didn't feel too weak, it didn't feel wobbly, and didn't cause pain. Now, if you're feeling nice and comfortable, you can do this exercise. It's similar to the last one, but the sounds are for nice or naughty, into E for elephant. And we'll start in the same place. So it sounds like this. And what you're doing is you're using placement and resonance. So we're making the sound here. So you're going to feel a vibration here. We're going to start the vibration on the N sound, and we're going to continue the vibration into the E sound. Not many vocal coaches will tell you this on a free tutorial on YouTube, but I want to be able to help everyone. I understand that singing lessons aren't accessible to everyone, and maybe even a singing course isn't accessible to everyone. So I want to make sure that I can help everyone. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, and the baby's now wide awake and not crying, okay? So it's going to get a little bit louder. There's a little bit of projection happening here, but don't try to force the sound. It will happen naturally. If it doesn't get louder and feel like you're projecting, don't worry. Just let your vocal cords do what they need to do. No vibrato, not shouting, nice and easy. And back down. Last one, nice and low. Too low for me. And at the end of a warm-up like this, I recommend warming down so that your voice doesn't get a shock. Cooling down, warming down, whichever phrase you want to use. And we can do that by some nice sighing down, some runs, some glides down and sighing down. Ah. And the reason that we want to cool our voices down or warm our voices down is that you've probably been working your vocal cords more than you normally would, so you don't want to give them a shock, and you don't want to shock them by suddenly stopping using them. So let's keep going. Ah. 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 Now, if you would like some singing lessons with me, I'm working with quite a few singers now who have found me on YouTube, and I do have a couple of slots left. Then go into the description box, go to book your consultation, book yourself in, we'll have a chat. It'll be about 30 minutes. We'll have a chat about where you are with your voice, what you feel is holding you back, where you'd like to be with your voice, and I'll hear you sing, make some silly noises and probably some silly faces, and I can tell you if and how I can help you, and we'll take it from there. I hope to see you very soon. I'll see you in the next video. Stay hydrated. Ciao!